the various tools of the spacefaring trade, and how to travel in a zero-G environment. Once you find the launch codes to your ship, you can actually enter the thing, where you are given your greatest ally in orienting yourself for your mission, the computer. The computer logs locations and things you've learned about. It gives you a sense of what you know and what there is left to discover. After giving it a once-over, you're off to space to go wherever and do whatever. So, where do you want to go? Depending on your dialogue choices back home, various planets may have been pointed out to you. As you set out to wherever you choose, you will very soon discover that there was this ancient alien race called the Nomai that seemingly took up shop all over your galaxy. They have some pretty sophisticated tech, but they're all gone now. What happened to them? Where did they come from? Are they Hothians involved Nomai people? Did the Nomai find some way to leave this solar system entirely? At its core, this game is archaeological in nature. You're staring at the ancient history of your people and the Nomai and trying to figure out how this all pieces together. Put another way, the goal is to learn. Everything in the game, from story threads to mechanics, are out in space for you to discover for yourself. And yes, I did say mechanics. Learning gameplay mechanics in this way means it is up to you to discover how that mechanic works and experiment on your own. Not only that, but once you have your head wrapped around it, where do you apply this information? It's a lot less obvious than use your new blasty power on the big bug bucket you have, and this engages the player more than the alternative. You, both, discovered how this works, and what to do with it with your own brain. Now, with the trappings out of the way, I can tell you about my first day out in space in Outer Wilds. I went to the moon, spoke to some old man sitting there, and was staring at the planets in the sky as I wondered where I wanted to explore. The game has only really presented me with one wrong answer: Dark Bramble. Dark Bramble is a mysterious hole with roots grabbing chunks of rock. If you suggest going there to the Harthian in the observatory, he says to you, "I must say, should you choose to go to Dark Bramble, be very careful. No one's explored there before either, but what you'll find are excellent reasons. This place is dangerous in some manner." And I ignored all of that. Going inside, I immediately discovered unimaginable horrors beyond my comprehension. Piloting my ship and being generally pretty terrified of the situation I put myself in, I managed to find one quiet location where I could rest a bit and explore. I entered a hollowed out inside of one of those roots found on the outside of the bramble. On the very tip was something quite out of place on this planet, and I was woefully unprepared to discover it. I had just happened upon a gameplay mechanic. Given that this was day one of my adventure out here, I had no idea what I was seeing. Luckily, when you find bits of information that are important to your greater understanding of your solar system, the computer is updated with this information. A little pin appeared on my computer detailing what I had found for the rest of the playthrough. It was only near the end of the game, looking over my pinboard like a madman, did I come to understand the significance of what I saw there, and was finally able to complete the game after. This is the experience Outer Wilds, and by extension I, am selling to you. This is a game where everything is a discovery, and the onus is on you to piece it together. You explore at your own curiosity, to satisfy your questions and hopefully find some answers for the Nomai and yourself. This means to see the